The automobile. It can outrun trains, make you look like a badass, and can even swim. And it's not surprising that its marriage with movies has been a celebrated one. With auto enthusiasts and film buffs alike taking part in all the action, there have been some creative takes on the modified cars from our favorite films. But behind the mass merchandising and real-life replicas, the car has played as big a role as the characters behind the wheel. As the car community's popularity exploded in size, the film industry took notice. From the dragsters that were featured in such classics as George Lucas's American Graffiti, to the muscle of the General Lee in Dukes of Hazzard, the automotive and film industry had found each other. When it comes to classics, we have to discuss the fastback Mustang in Steve McQueen's Bullitt. Frank Bullitt's car is a 1968 Ford Mustang 390 GT fastback. As the 80s rolled around, we were introduced to the DeLorean. And as Doc pulled out of the car at Pine Hills Mall in Back to the Future, we were enamored with its stainless steel body, glowing flux capacitor, and futuristic gauges atop the dash. America was hooked. Just overnight, the DeLorean DMC-12 would go from junkyard accessory to cult collectible. And what made the DeLorean from Back to the Future special were the modifications. The plutonium-powered engine, the rapid fire of the flux capacitor, and of course, hitting 88 miles per hour could propel you backward or forward in time. Iconic cars would appear in the years following. With the reinvention of the Batmobile and Tim Burton's take on the story, we were witnesses to what limits the film industry was willing to soar past to innovate the car. However, the Batmobile would evolve along with the change in directors. Most notably once Christopher Nolan's Batman came around in 2005. And with his franchise reboot came the Tumbler. Not for the meek, the Tumbler featured a more fortified base, which boasted nearly 15 feet in length. Other features included a 500 horsepower engine, twin firing machine guns, and the option for the front wheels to be ejected to form the Bat Pod. To further show the depths car fans and film buffs would go to, a man recently manufactured a real-life replica of the Tumbler and has put it up for sale with a whopping price tag of $1 million. As far as auto innovations in movies go, the James Bond series has successfully rolled out a bevy of cars to go along with its collection of movies. From a car that can transform into a sub and fire underwater, to the Aston Martin DB5, the franchise has been a launching promotional pad for luxury automakers to debut and showcase new models.
Bond. James Bond.
The same can be said for the Transformer franchise, which re-unveiled the Camaro after a 7-year hiatus. When it comes down to a more modern take on the car, no franchise has recently addressed the needs of fans more than the Fast and Furious franchise. From the Mark IV Supra RZ Paul Walker drives in the first film, with an astounding twin-turbocharged 544 horsepower engine featuring NOS, to the Skyline GTR R34, which first makes its appearance in Too Fast, Too Furious. The Skyline makes subsequent returns in latter films as well, with Brian driving it in a race with Dom. The film franchise heavily rolled off the influence of imported cars. These tuners have had lots of success on screen because of the franchise's ability to appeal to a younger crop of car fanatics. So, where do we go from here? With the rapid advancement of technology in both the filmmaking and automotive industry, it will be interesting to see what the next big steps are for the two. And with the upcoming Need for Speed film already showcasing a variety of supercars, such as the Koenigsegg Agera R, the Lamborghini Sesto Element, and the McLaren P1, it seems as though car fans are once again in good hands.